Okay, I have a bone to pick with my little one.
Already? The kid's 5 months old. He doesn't even talk yet. What could you have a bone to pick with him? Welcome back to the lunch table. Abby, would you ever use reusable toilet paper? This is a thing. I saw this online the other day. They make reusable toilet paper. You just put it in the washing machine and clean it.
Yeah, have you ever heard of the phrase, like, crunchy moms?
Where are you going with this? No, I've never heard that.
A crunchy mom is like a granola-having hippie in, like, Brooklyn that doesn't believe in vaccines and, does everything au natural.
So that would be a person that would use reusable toilet paper, a crunchy mom.
Yes, a crunchy mom.
So then here's my question. Are you a crunchy mom? Would you use reusable toilet paper?
Does it look like I'm a crunchy mom, Brandon?
You look like a guy that has seen your way through a toilet paper roller too.
Oh, I am a huge toilet paper roll guy. Like, I'll admit it, I'm a clogger. You know, like you see my face, you're looking across the bar. And then you're going around the room and you're going, yeah, that guy's a clogger.
Like if you're at a restaurant and you're waiting to get in the bathroom, but it's a one-person bathroom and you walk out, I could wait a little bit.
Disaster.
I go back to the table. I could wait.
No, not necessarily clogging via my own excrement. I'm talking about clogging with the toilet paper.
Oh, so you just use like half a roll per poop.
Half a roll. I like the thinnest one possible. I don't actually like really soft, super cute Charmin.
You're kind of onto something. Okay, so I got a big time college toilet paper roll story, but I'll get into that later. Growing up, because my parents had a septic tank, we always had to use like 1-ply toilet paper. Dude.
Yeah, the Scott's 1000.
That's the exact brand that they used, right? Then
Class.
I continued using that through college, blah, blah, blah. Finally, I meet Sam and we move in together. Well, she's what's the really thick one? Charmin Ultra Soft or something like that?
Charmin Ultra Ply.
47 plies, but it's all crumbly. Is that your problem with it? When it gets too thick, it gets crumbly.
It's almost too thick.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it doesn't do the job. But we're also wet wipe house, and I know you're a bidet house. Like, I want to be a bidet house.
I don't use a bidet.
You're not a bidet?
I have a heated toilet seat. I think there is a bidet attached to it, but I don't use that.
You're never going to shake the, like, circle driveway and Butler accusations.
Dude, the heated toilet seat, it's $27 on Amazon. It'll change your life. It's great. You know when you sit down on a toilet seat and it's like, it's cold? You don't have that issue ever again.
Did it come with the house or you installed it?
No, we had it at our townhouse and we brought it to the new place.
Ew.
What? I cleaned it. I sanitized it.
No, you can't be transporting toilet seats from house to house.
No, but we bought it at the old house. It wasn't like the previous owner's house. We bought it like 2 years ago, loved it. And what I did, because I was like, the people that bought our townhouse were jerks. I was like, I'm not giving them this nice heated toilet seat. So I unscrewed the one at our new house, installed it on the old one, and I took the nice heated toilet seat for our new house.
Brando, you've done a lot of things.
What?
This is up there. You can't be transporting a toilet seat in your car.
You know, the funny thing, I'm pretty sure I cleaned it after I got here. So it was a dirty seat on the way to my house. My car, I don't think my car can get any dirtier. Did you see the latest? Well, I don't know if you did. The latest vlog with me and Steve showed off how dirty my car is. It's disgusting.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Brandon, $27. You can't be doing that.
Dude, it's great. But I want to go back to toilet paper, okay? I want to go back to toilet paper. So Sam and I got used to the 74-ply toilet paper, right? And now we moved to a house with a septic tank. Baby, I was born in the dark. This is easy for me. We had to go back to the Scott's 1000, and I'm like, easy enough. I kind of like it better in some ways, right? And I save money. Sam is struggling. We're like 3 weeks into the change because our plumber was like, if you use this extra thick, you're going to have like a $20,000 bill in a year when your septic tank clogs.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, this is totally fine. Sam is going through it, man. She's trying her best. I give her credit, but she's struggling with this new thin 1-ply toilet paper.
Just breaking through or like?
I don't know. She just says she hates it.
Listen, I think what people, American consumerism, that's what it is, Brandon. It's marketing. That little cute little Charmin bear, and he's like tugging through his little butt cheeks.
You're like, back in my day, I used my hands.
No, he's a fraud. He's one of the all-time frauds. Because I'm telling you, Scott's straight 1,000, it's a fastball, 95 miles an hour right down the middle. I'm telling you, that Charmin, you have to find your groove for that Charmin. And it's not like a one-size-fits-all for all people.
No.
I'm telling you, for these cheeks, no Charmin.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think the thinner toilet paper doesn't tear as easily. You're onto something there.
There's something to do with the Scott's fibers.
Yeah.
Well, also, it just... You can control the ratio so much with the Scots.
Yep.
Like, you can use an excessive amount if you want to, but you can be like, you know what? Today, I'm Greta Thunberg. I'm going to worry about the environment.
Like, I'm going to use 4 squares.
4 squares is crazy.
Is that not enough?
Do you actually cut the squares?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have a whole system. So I grab like maybe 7 or 8 squares at a time. I wrap it around my hand, right? And you just break off squares. Like, dude, I am the most efficient toilet paper.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
You're cutting the squares and you're stacking the squares, or you're rolling around your hand?
No, I'm rolling it around my hand, right?
Okay.
Then I go for it, right?
Okay.
Break, throw it in, wipe again.
What do you mean break? What do you keep saying break?
So I have it on my hand. After I go for
Is
the
it
wipe.
Attached?
Oh, it's attached to
Is
the
it
hand,
attached?
baby. I use like 9 squares per poop.
No. Hold on. Hold your horses here.
What?
Is it attached to the line? Like, are you still attached to the main roll?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not attached to the main roll.
I thought you were rolling out 9. You're rolling, but you're in continuous sequence, main roll. You go, you break off, throw in trash, you're still on the main roll.
No. I go back to the main roll.
Thank God.
No, but I'm telling you, I am the most efficient toilet paper roll user in the world, right? So Steve, our buddy Steve, is a Charmin ultra thick whatever. Like, he uses the million ply,
like
right? Although now I think he's a bidet man, but we'll talk about that when he's on the pod. Steve is going to be on the pod soon. In college, when we moved into our apartment junior year, me and Steve and our other roommate Dan went to Walmart, and we each bought toilet paper. I bought a 12-pack of the Scott's 1000, and Steve and Dan bought their Charmin Ultra Thick. I made that Scott's 1000 12-pack last the junior and senior year. I made 12 rolls last 2 years. Steve and Dan didn't. They bought a pack every month.
I go through a 30 rack like monthly.
No.
Did you eat fiber for like 2 years while you were at Penn State?
I'm telling you, man, that 12-pack probably cost me like $6.99, lasted me 2 years. I mean, it was also one person using that bathroom. Like, now I'm in a house with 2 people using it. But, dude, I was efficient, man.
Are you buying in bulk, and are you roll shaming like young Samantha? When you look at the rolls missing in the house, you're like, well, I was 12 packs in 2 years. I know it can't be me.
So we do buy in bulk. We buy our toilet paper at Costco. We get like the 40 rolls now, right? You need like a small forklift to fix it, fit it in your house. I don't shame Sam for using the amount of toilet paper she uses, but I think it. Every time I sit down, I'm like, how is half the roll gone? I used 4 squares this week, and I know it's her because there's no one, unless it's our cat Roxy, there's no one else in the house to be using it.
I'm just picturing like a sit-down intervention in your house, Brandon, where you're like walking, she walks in.
Sam, sit down.
There's like a sit down. We got to talk about your toilet paper consumption. We got to talk about you changing the thermostat. I caught you again.
She's like, but I was sweating. It was 85. No.
Distrust is a big thing in this relationship, sweetie. Like, we can't be having this. She lives in a lot of ways. Sam lives one of the best charmed lives. Like, you're a good guy. You're loyal. Brandon does have this like sweetheart side to him.
Yeah.
He is a provider. like Sam does well for herself, but Brandon does very well. He's made this life for you guys. You have like, you work your butt off.
Just get to the big, just get to the butt. Get to the butt.
I think some people in North Korea live better than Sam does. And I'm not talking about Kim Jong-un, man. Like,
you're talking about the average person.
I think there is less oversight in like a dictator regime in North Korea than there sometimes is in your house. And that's Sam. This is like your wife. She technically has half the say in the household. I cannot picture when little Bambino comes out.
Oh.
And what rules this kid has to grow up under.
Because we're joking around. Like, in reality, Sam controls this household, right? Like, I say that I set the thermostat to 85. It's not 85. The thermostat is set to what Sam wants it to be every day. But when we have our child, because then here's the thing. Not only am I going to be like, well, I'm the boss, but then I could even justify it by being like, I'm teaching them good principles, right? Like, I'm trying to teach them how to save money. And it's really just that I'm going to be cheap.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I can't wait.
Everything is veiled in these lesson plans.
So this is a big week. This is a big week for Abby. His child started daycare. Is that correct?
Raphael did, yeah.
Raphael started daycare. And I want to talk to you about, so this is related to what we were talking about. Not only do they make reusable toilet paper, they make reusable diapers. Are we buying those? No? Is that even worse?
I think that is the holy grail of Crunchable.
So here's the question. Are people putting reusable diapers in with the rest of their clothes in the wash, or are they just washing them all separate?
Okay, so this is a great question because I poop wash my son's clothes with my clothes.
You put it all in.
I just put it all in. It's like, it's the wash. I don't know. I can't define it, but it just feels like, yeah. But if you're looking at me, like, there's a 98% chance there's fecal matter on my clothes.
You know, I would be the first. You would expect me to be the first one to be like, oh, that's so disgusting. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the same thing. I think when you're a parent, and I don't know this yet, I'm not a parent.
You just don't care.
It's like, whatever. He threw up on me 4 times last night. I don't care if I put it in with the wash. That's my guess, at least.
I know this is something that you didn't really, like, care about, but this is a little inside parenting. By the way. Unceremonious first day of daycare. And it might be by design.
Is it free because of the profits that we've been making from the podcast? Because I know that was your goal. If you haven't heard it, Abby's goal with this podcast was to pay for his child's daycare. Are we there yet?
I think we've paid for about like the morning to lunchtime in one day. You know, my dad goes, "Are they charging you for this trial week?" I'm like, what trial week?
That is such a dad. My dad would have said the same thing. Like, or my dad would ask, like, did you like negotiate? Like, oh, that's such a great question. Like, he's trying to get a free like week trial period.
I have to like be an advocate for the daycare. I'm like, listen, these people are working. Like, by the way, hellscape when you walk in there. Like, you know what it's like. But you don't know what it's like.
Are there different daycares for like little, like your baby's what, 5 months old?
Yeah.
Is it a different daycare for like 5 months olds versus 4-year-olds? Or are they in just different sections of the same daycare?
They're in different they actually, like, in this daycare, it's almost like a school environment. There's like classrooms set up.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
They have like their own classroom.
Is this like a Goddard, or is this like a fancy one, or is this just kind of a local spot?
It's a large national chain. I'd rather not tell people what type of daycare my son goes to, but it's a fairly
nobody even recognizes you on the street. You think they're going to track down young baby Raphael?
I just would, some things I would rather lay what's the word? Anonymous.
That's fair.
You leave it to the imagination, but it is one of the it's a nice daycare. It's a good institution. Like, I don't put my boy in rubble to go to school, but it is a hell zone, Brandon. You walk in there and there's 10 kids screaming at the top of their lungs, brother. Kids are eating. Some kids are looking at you. Some kids are old enough to like wave at you, and it's like sensory overload.
They're
like,
all in the same room in the morning?
No, just the people in your classroom.
Oh,
There's
okay.
like 10 kids in the classroom, but 10. I don't know how loud you think a screaming baby is, but it's pretty loud.
Multiply that
quite literally by 10, plus a couple parents dropping off. It is what I would have to imagine those freaks from Iowa feel when they like get off the bus in New York City.
Those daycare workers, I don't know how much they're making. It's not enough. They deserve
It's not enough.
10 times more
enough.
than they're making. They should be making $4 million a year.
Dude, it is not enough. I am an advocate. Well, not an advocate for my price to go up, but I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate for some like type of socialism to get these daycare workers more money. But it's hell. And then
Wait, you said there's a trial period? Is that actually a thing, or you were joking? Is there like
that's my dad.
No, well, I
There's
thought
no
maybe the
trial
first
period.
week it was like, hey, like you still have to pay, but there's no strings attached. I don't know. Like, can you pull them out of daycare whenever you want, technically?
Yeah, it's not like a gym membership.
You don't
I think
sign
you pay for the month.
a 4-month contract. Like, oh, we got baby Raphael on a 4-month contract, $20,000 a month.
No, you pay for the month, but after that, I think you could just cancel at any time. In terms of the daycare, though, probably one of the biggest days of your life, if that sounds
I was
weird.
just going to ask you that. Like, was it emotional dropping them off?
When you are the night before, like every waning moment you are with your boy or girl, you're like, I can't believe it has happened so fast. Like, yes, dealt with pretty long. The days are long, Brandon, but the years are fast.
Did you and your wife, Kayla, drop them off at the same time, or was it just you?
Kayla couldn't take it.
She was at work.
So,
she just couldn't take it.
I mean, she was at work, but she said emotionally, like she wouldn't have been able to take it. And I wasn't sure. You know me, I'm a waterworks guy.
Oh, big time.
So I was expecting to be like carried out like Paul Pierce on the stretcher after he crapped himself in like game 6 of the NBA finals, like crying, the director having to like call my parents and be like, you got to pick this guy up.
You got to pick up your kid. They come expecting that it's going to be your child, and it's just you're sitting in the corner with your thumb in your mouth, like bobbing back and forth. Raphael's having a great time, by the way. He met friends already. He's loving it. He's like, Dad's having a rough time.
Okay, I have a bone to pick with my little one. Dude,
already? The kid's 5 months old. He doesn't even talk yet. What could you have a bone to pick with him?
Dude, a little since the moment. Like, I'm ready to be upset. It's a big moment. I'm dropping my kid off at daycare. People were like, oh, my kid was screaming. It took him like 15 minutes to calm down.
Like, show you that he's going to miss you a little bit. Is that what you want?
Dude, I walked in. The teacher like comes right over and she's like, hi, Raphael. I hand him, and I'm expecting him to claw, fight, scream. Dude goes right into her arms, like basically hugs her. And I'm like, okay, nos vamos, hasta después, Raphael. And he's like, whatever, see you later. Like, dude, couldn't care less. Yes, a go with the flow type of guy, and I give him the credit for being such like a big little man. But boy, oh boy. And then I was like, okay, all right, probably better this way in retrospect. And then when I come back, I'm expecting huge smile.
Like a
run
over, like so excited to see you. Oh, that's true.
Well, he can't walk, but I would expect like some flailing, right?
Yeah.
I walk in. I'm like, hi, little guy. He just like looks at me and he's like, sup?
Hey, dude.
Like, dude. Like
you guys, you and your wife are his entire world at this point.
Universe. He couldn't conceptualize anything. Now, and it should be this way, but obviously Kayla, always a huge reaction when he sees her, which I'm glad. He's very close to his mother.
Yeah.
Dude, give me a little something, because like I went home for 15 minutes afterwards, cried 15 minutes straight, like whimpering on the couch because I walked into the empty house like he wasn't there.
You cried for 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you meant when you brought him back from daycare, he cried. You're the one that's crying.
No, yeah, crying up a storm. And then when I went to pick him up, same feeling I had seeing him in the NICU, like had a pep in my step. Like I was thinking like, oh my God, this is going to be one of the all-time moments. I'm walking in, Mr. Man. friends. I'm so excited to see you.
So is today day 2 of the daycare?
It's day dos.
Day 2.
Same thing.
Wow.
Dropped him off this morning, put him on the mat, and he like rolled over and he's like, see you later. Have fun with your little podcast, loser.
Wow. Kid's
He's a
tough.
kid.
I mean, you had to have been a big crier growing up.
I mean, listen.
I was a crier.
I
was a crier.
I've always been quite mature, Brandon, in a lot of ways, and in a lot of ways not. But crying was a specialty.
In what ways
like,
were you mature growing up?
Oh, screw you, you little rat.
What?
I did laundry early. I was like, and when I'm talking early, Brandon, you're like
I was 21 when I did my first load of laundry, young.
Dude, I'm not even joking. Like, my mom ran this thing like not Little Orphan Annie, like Annie a little bit. She like wanted to toughen me up like the old world. So I was doing laundry at like 11.
Wow, that is pretty
10.
early. I'll give you that.
And then I was like ironing at the same time. I would like wash my parents' car when I was like 10. Like, trust me, they put me through the immigrant lifestyle probably by 12. I feel like, maybe a little later than that. They weren't like negligent parents. 13, 14, I was like full control of.
What about mowing the lawn?
I just told you. 13, 14.
Wow. Well, I started doing the lawn probably like 14, probably like freshman year in high school. And my parents have a lawn. Like, I'm not gonna shed a tear for your lawn. I assume you guys didn't have what? How big of a lawn did you guys have?
We own several rental properties that I had to go become like the unofficial landscaper.
So your dad just found a free way to get the lawns cut at his rental properties. That is brilliant.
Dude, my dad is clamoring for Raphael to turn 12, man.
He's like, the second I can get that kid out of school and get him on my lawns, the better.
Yeah. The second I can get that kid to change a hot water heater, I am golden.
I just bought a lawnmower, actually. So it's not going to be for my entire yard because it's a small one. It's like a 22-inch electric Ego power lawnmower. Fired up. Last night I was in the garage putting this whole thing together. I was sure I was going to chop a finger off. What?
Is Ego, you got to put it together?
Not really. It's very minor assembly, but I was still
just literally like the blade?
Yeah, there's like, you got to like tighten the blade and you got to like put the handle on the top.
Ego, is that like the Lowe's brand? Is that like the home brand?
No, they're the best of the electric mowers. I didn't. No, they are. They are. I did every bit of research. I was watching like 6 hours of YouTube videos.
How about like a
Ego
Hukati?
Power.
How about like the Hukati one?
Husqvarna? That one?
Yeah. That's all. I see all the industrial landscapers using that one.
Yeah, but no. Those are gas though. It's not the best lawnmower. I think the gas ones probably have a little bit more power, but I was just getting a small one, and I'll explain why. So my house has a fence around the backyard, but we own like 10 feet on either side of the fence. So the guy mowing my lawn charges me an extra $30 a week to just do the outside of the fence. It takes him like an extra 10 minutes. So I did the math. I was like, if I buy a lawnmower and I just do the outside of the fence and I save $30 a week, I'll pay the lawnmower off in less than a summer. So I did that. I texted my man Alex. I said, hey, buddy, only the inside of the fence, and my payment will be going back down to the $30 we originally agreed upon. He didn't have a problem with it. So today, after this podcast, I'm going to go outside and mow the outside of the lawn. It'll take me like 20 minutes a week, and I get a little satisfaction out of it. I don't hate mowing the lawn. Bam! I'll save myself $30 a week.
I was going to ask you, like, do you have time for this?
It's not going to be long. Trust me, when you see how much lawn it is, you're going to laugh. Like, it's probably a tenth of an acre. Maybe not even that much. I don't know. It'll take me maybe 20 minutes with a small lawnmower.
Okay. So how much was this lawnmower?
$4,300. No, I'm kidding. It was like $700.
And how long does it take to recharge?
So one full charge will be more than enough for me to do what I need to do each week. But I think they said the battery lasts about an hour, and it probably takes about an hour to charge.
That's brutal.
What? What's
So,
wrong
like,
with that?
Because, like, lawns can take a while. Do people have multiple batteries?
Well, yeah, you can either buy multiple batteries and then you could kind of swap them out. You can also buy bigger batteries. Like mine's a 10 milliamp. They make like a 15 milliamp. But also, if you're mowing a lot of lawns, you're probably not going to use an electric mower.
Not in Westfield, New Jersey.
They use electric?
There's a town mandate, I think, that was going into effect that required even the landscapers. Every single person in the town has to use electric mowers because they said the people working from home were getting like infuriated.
Oh, it's for sound, not for the environment.
Well, it's probably for
a
the
little bit of
environment
both
as well,
yeah.
but it's also for the sound.
They are
and
way
landscapers
quieter.
Yeah, but landscapers must be a powerful union. They were like, all right, then you guys all cut your own grass. Like, no landscapers will cut grass in Westfield.
Wow. I mean,
like,
if I was a commercial landscaper, I think I would be a little upset with that. I mean, I love my electric lawnmower. I think it's the coolest thing. But like, you can't mow more than a half an acre with that thing. Like, you need a big lawnmower.
We're just not there yet.
Oh yeah,
like
in 5 years, I'm sure. Honestly, in 5 years, there'll probably be like those Roomba vacuums. There's probably going to be like a little Roomba vacuum. I know they already have them. I don't know if they're like great yet, but there's going to be a little robot that's $1,000 that I'll just like program to mow my lawn, and it'll do it.
And then it like,
you don't think so?
No, I know. I think that's definitely going to be true, but there's got to be some human oversight because this is literally
that's
like
pretty dangerous.
a vehicle with blades on it,
That's
just like going out into the streets.
I
like,
didn't think of that.
There's cats, dogs, baby, like kids.
Yeah.
So in a weird way, like a landscaper in the future is just going to be like some electrical engineer who's just going to sit there on like the job site and just watch these like to be a landscaper in 10 years, you're going to have to go through like Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3, like physics, like aerodynamics and statics.
But
and
here's
all
the
of these
thing.
Things.
Like this happens with self-driving cars. Like now that's becoming a big thing. And when a self-driving car, because I have a good buddy from high school that works for a self-driving car company, Tommy. Shout out Tommy. Yep. And he said self-driving cars are way safer than human-driven cars. But if it makes a mistake, it's like the front page of news. Like a self-driven car kills a person, right? But he's like, well, yeah, what the news doesn't say is 10,000 human-driven cars kill people. So I agree where, like, yeah, that lawnmower might have a couple incidences of running over a poor squirrel, but you don't think landscapers have ran people over? Those dudes go like 100 miles an hour on those lawnmowers.
I have an analyst who used to be a landscaper. Like, he tells me, like, bad stuff happens with those commercial, like, lawnmowers.
They go so fast. They're like ATVs.
There's, like, multiple times where there's been like pockets of like rabbits. They dig like a hole and then all of a sudden you just see corpses like fly out the side.
I mean, that
and,
I
like,
don't even blame the landscaper. What are they supposed to do?
No, I know, but I'm just saying like that's that's the side of life people don't tell you is that the number one killer of animals in this country are landscapers. Like
lawn mowers.
They are just moving on.
Wow.
They're just mowing them down.
Mowing through. I'm all for those automatic although, like I said, I don't mind like I used to mow my parents' yard and they have like an acre and a half. I would put my music in or listen to a podcast, although back then podcasts weren't as popular as they are now, and I would just mow the lawn. It was kind of relaxing.
If you have to go out and mow the lawn today, download Lunch Table on Spotify, Apple's.
Good call.
Go out there. Have yourself a day.
Yeah,
fella.
I know most of you guys listen to us on YouTube, but we are on Spotify, Apple Music. There are links in the description below. Go there, rate us 5 stars. We've been doing pretty well with the audio only. It's actually not doing too bad.
We're crushing it. You are such a worrywart, mister.
Yeah.
Like,
I am a worrywart when it comes to like YouTube. Like every time we upload an episode, I tell Abby, I was like, oh, how do you think the stats are? And he's like, dude, we're killing it. It's episode 4. I think this is episode
like
6 or 7 now.
Like, I've already chosen the Rolex that you're buying me for that sold-out show.
That one I'm a little less confident in, but
we got to put it. Life is about vibes, atmosphere. Like, you think you can do, my friend. I don't want to be Mr. like Crunchy Mom Granola like a hippie, but this is it. Like, we've made it.
So, well, we haven't made it yet, but we're on our way. We are on our way. So this is kind of a funny one, talking about like automated lawnmowers, right? So I used to have Verizon as my internet provider at my townhouse, and it was great. That's what you have, right? The internet's fast. I can upload a video to YouTube in like 5 minutes. Well, now I had to switch to Comcast. And Comcast is more expensive and worse internet. So I've been calling Verizon on the phone over and over again because my neighbor has access to Verizon. I'm like, I can see the house that has Fios. And they're like, yeah. They told me, call back in 5 months. So yesterday was 5 months. So I call them back, and like the automated telephone person answers the phone and goes, "Hello, Daddy." I was like, what? Dude, I was so freaked out. I thought I called the wrong number, so I hung up. I call back. I'm like, dude, whoa. Literally a robot voice. It wasn't even like one of those ones that sounds like a human. It was like a robot voice going, "Hello, Daddy." It freaked me out so much. I thought like AI has taken over, right? Like this is the end. It happened just like that. ChatGPT is now going to murder me in my sleep. I call back and I realized that they said, "Hello, Danny," which is my dad's name. I guess my phone must be linked up with his account. Scared the crap out of me, man.
I thought you accidentally called one of those like naughty telephone numbers.
I didn't even
from,
think
like,
of
the
that.
90s.
I didn't even think of that. No, because the problem is after they said "Hello, Daddy," then it went down like the list of like, do you want to talk to a representative? And I was like, this is weird, dude. Yeah. "Hello, Danny."
Hello.
That's the name of my dad.
"Hello, big boy."
Yeah. It's just like, how far can they stretch it before? Maybe they did say Daddy, and then when I called back, they were like, "He's on to us. Just say Danny this time." I don't know.
The robot was like, "All right, maybe we came in a little hot."
They're testing the waters. They're seeing how far they can stretch it right now.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, no. So wait, I had this same conundrum happen here, and I live a pretty urban area. Like there should be Fios up the wazoo here, and they screamed up and down when I called them up. It's like they don't want to sell their own product. They were like, "Yeah, no, you can only get DSL there. It's like one of the few houses." And I was like,
and DSL is even worse than what I have.
I'm like, dude, there is no way I can only get DSL in my town. Like,
I mean, you live in the most densely populated state in the most densely populated area of that state.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's zero chance that I can't get Fios, but whatever. They were screaming up and down. So I did the same thing as you, Xfinity. I had it for like 6 months to a year. And I called them up again, like after 6 months or after like my promo ran out. The guy was like, "You've always had Fios. What are you talking about?"
What?
And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Oh, I don't know who you spoke to. Like it must have been their first day, but like we can come out tomorrow."
What? I mean, I've called like 5 times. I've gotten 5 different people. I don't think I have it. But like I said, literally my neighbor across the street, I can see the house from my front window. I'm like, you can't just move the line. Like it's so close. And then there's a house in my backyard that has it. Like we're literally surrounded by fast internet. And my little pocket where I live, they're like, "Nope, slow internet for you."
You got to drop a, "Do you know who I am?" You got to you got to flex your muscles. There's got to be, you are the worst superstar on planet Earth. Do you know that?
Superstar is
talk
a
about that.
strong word for what I am.
How many people on planet Earth do you think have like 5 million combined YouTube subscribers?
I mean, probably not a lot, but superstar. I mean, you're talking Brad Pitt, DiCaprio, Angelina Jolie. You're talking the queen, even though she's dead.
This is what I'm going to change for you. This is going to be like the biggest difference having a podcast with me, my brother. I am going to tear you down and build you back up just like the army. Like, yeah, you're going to get your stupid, you're going to get your little rat, you're going to get your little morons every now and then, but it's a term of endearment, especially here in Jersey.
By episode 50, I'm going to be dropping "Who do you think I am's" all the time.
But you gotta like flex your muscles a little bit. There's gotta be someone in this world that cares about you. Because on Instagram, like you couldn't even get verified like a year ago, which I thought was insane.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like there's little freaking nitwits who have like 400,000 TikTok followers in LA who are like walking into Nobu on a Friday night, and you've got 5 million YouTube subscribers, hundreds of thousands on social media, and you can't even get one of the most major companies that supplies the whole entire internet to get you to just get Fios when it's literally a line right across the street.
Yeah.
There's got to be someone listening or watching that works at Verizon or some advertiser, someone somewhere that can get one of the, quite literally, will you at least surmise, if you talk about the whole pocket of people who have ever done it,
Yeah.
you're one of the biggest YouTubers on planet Earth.
I mean, if one of you mean like top 20,000, then like, yeah.
You are, and there's probably been billions of people who have uploaded videos to YouTube.
Probably.
One of the biggest YouTubers on planet Earth. Get this man and get me an an advertising deal. But get this man. Let's just start with that. Just get this man Fios across.
Yeah, because
the
Abby
street
and I
from
are
his
doing
house.
this podcast remotely, and we keep breaking up. Like, you guys don't see it because we edit it out of the episodes, but it's got to be like 2 or 3 times an episode. All of a sudden, I look over and Abby looks like this. And I blamed Abby for weeks, and then I realized it was my internet because he's frozen. And then we got to call each other back again. It completely throws it off. Look, he's frozen now. So, you know what? I got a new segment. The
Okay.
Do You Know Who I Am of the week. I don't know if we're going to do this every week, but I have one. I have a great Do You Know Who I Am. Just somebody that wronged me. And that happens a lot in my head, at least. The entire franchise of McDonald's. Coming after them. Do you know who I am, McDonald's? You ready?
Well, let's hear it.
I go to the drive-thru
this.
at McDonald's, right? I'm working on something with Steve, so I'm getting a 10-piece chicken nugget and a small fry, and then Steve got a crunch wrap. So we go around, we pay our food, blah, blah, blah. I get my bag, my McDonald's food. It smells great. We drive away. First, we just reach in, we grab the nuggets. So we're tasting the nuggets. Yeah, they're McDonald's nuggets. I've loved them since I was a little kid. Then I say
Always
to Steve,
tastes like
because I'm
popcorn.
driving, I say, hey, pass me a fry. He's reaching in the bag. No fry. There's no fries in the bag. So then I say, whatever. We get back to my house. Pass the receipt over. Let's see if they charge me. They probably didn't charge me. They charged me. These guys charged me for my small fry. It was like $3.99 too for a small fry. No small fry. I mean, if that's not a reason to get furious.
Wait, whoa.
What?
How much for the small fry?
It would do way more than I expected. It was like $4 for a small fry. There's like 10 fries in that bag.
Dude, fries have gotten out of control in this country. Do you know who we are? I've got to do you know who I am, but I do want to rant a little bit. This is a little merging of segments. Do you know who I am? An old man yelled
This
at
feels
clout.
more like a hijacking of segments than merging of segments, because when you hijack my segment, we never loop back around. It's a hijack.
No, whoa, relax. It's more of a hello, Jack.
What about a commandeer? Would you give me a commandeer?
I would say it's a steer, not even a commandeer.
All right. What's your
steering.
gripe? What's your gripe here?
Not even a full pivot. I don't even think this counts as a full
I
pivot.
will be honest, that was pretty much the end of the story. I'm mad at McDonald's because I bought fries, they didn't give me them, and I paid for them. That's pretty much the end of the story. So we'll give you your pivot or your steer.
No, listen, I'm a little perturbed that you
Perturbed. It's perturbed. I don't think perturbed is a word. Isn't it perturbed?
I think it's perturbed.
I like perturbed though. That's pretty good.
Is it pronounced? Oh, I can never pronounce pronounced. Is it pronounced perturbed though?
I don't think so, man. I've never heard anyone drop a perturbed. I could be wrong.
Okay, well,
I'm not a grammar expert. I'm very far from it, but I've always thought it was perturbed.
Perturbed. It's probably spelt perturbed too. I'm also miffed a little. All right, we'll just say miffed. Because I was just going to talk about the price of fries.
Oh, that is pretty spot on. That's pretty related. Usually, you're like, I got a related story, and I'm talking about McDonald's not giving me fries, and you're like, I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I bought turkey. And I'm like, how is this related? But that fries, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I just think the price of fries are outrageous. I love how we went all the way there, but
I will give you that. Dude, how much do French fries cost? It's literally potatoes, which are one of the most, they have to be one of the cheapest things in the world, potatoes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And they cut them up, and they put them in oil that they reuse all day, probably, and then they throw some salt on top.
Reuse all day, and it's like gear oil, like made from a freaking Mobile One manufacturing plant.
I mean, I can't imagine it cost how much does a small fry cost McDonald's? Is it 2 cents?
But do you think it's like at a restaurant where the food kind of is at cost, but they mark up the drinks? So it's like the burger itself probably cost them $5 to make, right? You got to kill a cow, you got to slaughter the cow, you got to do all this. There's the bread, there's the lettuce, there's the ketchup, there's all the accoutrement. But the drink,
I'm not giving it to McDonald's. I think at restaurants, you're not wrong. When you order a nice Wagyu steak or whatever, well, I don't know about that. But
right.
When you order food, the markup is probably not that crazy, right?
It's not.
Because you're right. There's a lot that goes into getting that steak on your plate, right? But then if you order a beer or I don't know, a mixed drink or whatever.
Right, no, a beer is a perfect one.
It probably costs
them nothing.
10 cents a bottle and they charge, $8 for the glass or whatever
correct.
It is. I don't think McDonald's is like that because first off, they're not making that much money on drinks. I mean, I guess the soda fountain drinks, but.
So then if I may pivot, but stay in no, I'm going to shift lanes. I'm not even going to say pivot.
Shimmy?
Right?
Maybe a shimmy?
No, because it's like driving a car. I'm going to turn my signal on to move one lane over.
Wow, and you live in Jersey. You use your turn signal. Jersey drivers, man.
I do. My dad does not. No, you Pennsylvania drivers are the worst.
No.
I went down to Philly. I went down to Philly this weekend.
Yeah.
You guys are so...
Here's why I know I'm right? Because I always say New Jersey drivers are the worst. And you know why I know I'm right? Because New Jersey drivers drive like animals. I used to commute an hour and a half into New Jersey. And the Jersey drivers' defense, and this is why I know I'm right. They're always like, no, Pennsylvania drivers are the worst. And then the answer is, they drive so slow. And I'm like, okay, that means we're right. Because we're going the speed limit, and you guys are driving 20 miles an hour, swerving between lanes, not using turn signals, causing car accidents. And your excuse is, Pennsylvania drivers, they drive the speed limit.
Who's a better driver? You or Dale Earnhardt? Or you or Jeff Gordon?
Well, I mean, if Dale Earnhardt is going 210 miles per hour
Your
on
Honor,
Route I-95, then I'm a better driver.
Your Honor, I rest my case here. Who is a better driver, you
what
or Lewis Hamilton?
What a horrible argument. Your argument for why your Jersey drivers are better are because you drive faster? That's your only argument.
It's not even just faster where we navigate driving a little better than you guys. You guys don't even turn the right way. You don't even inch out into the street the right way. You guys.
We don't beep enough when the light's still red? I get beeped at when the light is still red because it's about to turn green when I'm in Jersey.
It's like a morning espresso shot. It wakes you up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's almost a Jersey hello. How are you doing, my friend?
Well, I don't want a hello like that. I don't want to beep when the light is still. It infuriates me. I get beep. I look behind me. I look up. The light is still red. I'm like, what do you want me to do? They want you to start inching up before the light turns green.
Don't get me wrong. Every Jersey driver gets infuriated by getting beeped at too, and also it does absolutely the opposite because you're like, all right, well, I was going to go pedal to the metal.
Now I'm going to slow down.
Now I'm a Jersey scumbag, so I'm just going to mosey on down this block, my friend.
I would love to see the stats. If anybody watching or listening to the podcast wants to post it in the comment section, I would love to see the stats of car accidents among New Jersey drivers and Pennsylvania drivers, percentage-wise, because a lot more people live in Pennsylvania. I'd love to see the percentage.
Do a lot more people live in Pennsylvania?
It's definitely it's just so much bigger.
You also have Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, so yeah. Sprechen Sie Deutsch, Brando?
What in the world?
You ever hear of the Autobahn?
I see where you're going to go with this. Is the Autobahn really safe even though there's no speed limit?
The Autobahn is one of the more safe... Again, every crash ends in death, but per capita...
But it's a low percentage?
There is a low percentage.
It's also
like
highway. Like, believe it or not, you would think a highway is when things are most dangerous, but it's literally just a straight road. Like, the most dangerous part of driving is intersections.
Yes, that's probably well, I would say the hardest part about like driving is like Pennsylvanian drivers on the road. But besides that, you guys no, but I would say like your dog crap. You're awful. But in terms of the other states, like Virginia, terrible drivers. Florida, I mean, most of them probably don't even have licenses.
This is such a New Jersey thing. You guys just are going to say everybody's bad except for you.
Well, New York is good. New York City.
Yeah, because they drive like animals too.
And how many traffic jams? Well, no, not traffic jams.
A lot.
How many accidents do you see like in Times Square?
You
Not
know
that
what?
many, my friend.
I'm going to give that to you. I was talking to Sam about this like a month ago. When you go to New York City, if you're in Manhattan, the streets are madness. People are beeping. There's traffic jams everywhere. Everyone's yelling and screaming. I don't know if I've ever seen a car accident. It's one of the most unbelievable things. I don't know. Like, everybody is furious with each other, but they all just like work together. I don't know how in the world it happens. Have you ever seen that intersection? I think it was in like India where there's like, they don't have lights and there's like 100 cars just tangling in and out of each other, but like none of them ever hit each other. That's what Manhattan is.
Yeah, but India and Times Square and like Manhattan in general are two different things because like Manhattan is like a beautiful offense, right? Like it's a Jay Wright offense with Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. Like you're passing the ball, you're throwing to the open shooter, everything's
What's
moving
the saying?
fast,
it's like chaos but calm or calmness within the chaos or something like that.
Yeah. India is just a car accident every car. Like I think that's the difference. Is like, have you watched those videos? They're all rubbing into each other. Their cars are destroyed.
But they just
like
keep driving.
They just keep driving. Every single car is mush. But again, if you're always constantly in a state of car accident, then you're never in a state of car accident. It's like one of the beauties of India.
Yeah, what's there to be afraid of? You're like, I get in a car accident every day. I don't have to worry about getting in a car accident.
Exactly. And they're so congested that nobody can get like an open stretch that they can even get their speedometer over 10 miles an hour. So it's like the casualty rate is probably high, but the fatality rate is very low.
That is the one thing I will say about Manhattan. Like I say, there's no car accidents, but also people are going 7 miles an hour because there's so much traffic. So how bad is the car accident going to be? Whereas if you're on the Autobahn, as you were saying,
the Autobahn,
you're done, right? Because you're going 100. Well, we just had another one of our technical difficulties. You guys aren't going to know about it because we're going to edit it out. But Abby, I got to get you to move to my town. And then we could do this podcast together in this room. Just think about how smooth things would go. Just think about it. You could be sitting right here next to me.
Don't try to pin this on me. Again, you little rat.
It's my internet. I'm the problem.
No, not even that. I said I would drive down once a week.
You did.
And I would film this episode. Like I would obviously miss time with my son growing up to make a better future for himself. And I would do it in person. You were like, you know, that grind will really wear on you, which it probably would. But
yeah,
I don't go on national television and make me look like the bad guy.
Let's
when
peel
I have
back
the
the curtain a little
friend.
bit. So Abby and I had been planning this podcast for months before it actually went live, and we were discussing how could we possibly do this in person. And we were like, all right, maybe can we somehow find a studio in the middle? Because we live probably an hour and a half to 2 hours away from each other. And then Abby, I'll give you props. Abby was like, I'll just drive once a week or every other week, and we'll film together. And maybe even once a month, and we could film a bunch of episodes at the same time. And I was like, dude, you have a newborn child. You work a full-time job. Your wife is like, probably doesn't get enough time with you because she works a full-time job. There's no way that this isn't going to lead to burnout instantly. So that's why we decided to do it remotely. Now, if we start pulling some views, we start getting some advertisers, and we start making some money, things might change. Eventually, the lunch table might be an in-person podcast eventually. But for now, that's why we're doing it remotely.
I'll get on the chopper. Don't you worry, my friend. As long as you pay for that private jet out of Teterboro over to Philadelphia, I'm good to go.
So anyway, do you have a topic? Because this is the perfect time to change gears. We're forced.
I have a couple topics. I need to talk Amy Bradley.
So you texted me this earlier. You were like, we're talking about Amy Bradley on the podcast. And I don't know who that is, but I looked it up a little bit. It's a woman who got lost on a cruise ship.
So it starts off, it's a documentary on Netflix, and it starts off like, obviously you're assuming this girl is dead, right? It's like, oh, this person is missing, and it's always like these true crime documentaries.
How long ago was this? Was this years ago or was this recent?
28 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Long story short, she comes to her hotel room. She's out partying with her brother. She's there with her mom and her dad. They're in a single balcony room. The dad wakes up at like 5:15. He still sees Amy out on the balcony like smoking a cigarette. He wakes up 15 minutes after at 5:30. He sees the door slightly cracked open. Amy's missing off the balcony. So again, it's all the normal stuff. Did she
fell
jump?
off.
She fell off. She was drunk, etc. 8 months later, some guy is like just randomly like on a beach in like the remote part of Curacao, which is the island she disappeared in. He comes up to a shore and he sees a girl. She walks up to him. She like tries to like saunter over to him, and he was like, I probably wouldn't have remembered the interaction. But then this guy comes over right when she's about to like talk to me, and he looks furious. And he doesn't say anything to me, and he looks me like dead in the eye. And he doesn't say a word, and then he like grabs her and they walk away. Then all of a sudden it goes on like Dr. Phil or America's Most Wanted, and he's watching TV and he's like, holy crap, that's her. She's alive.
So the FBI didn't like go to Curacao and like...
They did, but there's nothing they can do. They don't have jurisdiction. So if they don't have like probable cause or something, and if the local government's not working with them, they can't administer like a polygraph.
So if this was in like Miami, they could tear up the whole city and look for her. But since it's out of their jurisdiction, there's only so much they can do.
Only so much you can do. And also the cruise ship in a weird way wants to like kind of like hide this case a little bit.
For sure.
It is a crazy case. Like 28 years later, people are still looking for this girl.
They still haven't found her?
Still haven't found her. There's like multiple eyewitness like sightings like every 2 years or something.
That's crazy. I can't believe they still haven't found her with all this attention on her.
Here's my theory, Brandon, which is a really sad theory. Unfortunately, Amy Bradley was trafficked, right? I think upon like her captor, she ended up having kids, and that's why she can't leave.
Because she's taking care of the kids?
She's taking care of like her new life in Curacao, but wants to get back to America. But there's these like crazy cartel members are like,
we'll kill your family.
We will kill the kids, obviously, and we'll kill your parents back in like the United States if you go back there.
Wow.
So don't make contact.
That's a wild story. I got to watch the show.
Could you imagine? This is what happens. Like the kids down in Curacao are watching the frustrated gamer, and Amy Bradley's there, and she like,
walks by.
Oh my God. She's like, oh my God. Like my parents are still, like people are looking for me.
I mean,
like,
she has to know, right? From the websites and all
I
that
don't
stuff.
know. Could you imagine that's how we get famous? Now, I'm not like, I want to find the girl. Like, that would be crazy.
What an outrageous end. You're like so serious. Like, oh, thoughts and prayers out to the family, this and that. Wouldn't that be great if that's how we could get famous? You're like, yeah, I care about the girl, but come on, maybe we could get a sponsorship out of this. So we finish every episode with lunchtime, right? We answer a question or a comment from the previous episode from one of you guys, and yeah, do you have one this week, Abby?
So I was looking for some like comments, and a lot of people, I think the problem is because we're delayed. People are like recycling their comments.
So they send the
of
same
things
one?
that we've actually. The things that we've already answered. Like I saw this one kid who was like, or guy, I don't know, or girl, who was like, I'm determined to get this question on the show. And I was like, well, yeah, we answered this like on episode 4. You just haven't watched it yet.
I got a good one. All
right, you go.
So lunchtime this week is from Turts IDK. It says, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, I do like that.
And it says you don't have to worry about nutrition. Whatever you eat will be like healthy enough to keep you alive. I'm trying to think, am I going to go like ice cream where I love ice cream, but then that's something I'm going to get tired of? Or am I going to try to go with something, maybe if it's not maybe it's not even my favorite meal, but it's something where I think I won't get tired of it. I know Sam always says like a Chipotle burrito, and that was part of the Portnoy one because there's so much in a burrito where it's like, well, you got your rice, you got your meat, you got your beans. I don't know. What are you going with?
I think the first thing that comes to mind is like a cheeseburger or like a halal guy's chicken and rice like platter with like the white sauce.
Is this
like
going to turn into
tomatoes.
a halal reviews like Dave Portnoy does the pizzas?
I would love that, but I don't think there's enough halal places, and especially on this part of the world. I think I'm going to choose. Yeah, I think I'm going to choose like a chicken and rice platter. Does my tummy still hurt
when you eat it?
Like, I know the nutrition is okay and safe. Like, I won't die of, I won't get my foot amputated from like.
I think everything else stays the same. So you're gonna get all the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that you need. But like a Chipotle burrito, if that bothers your stomach, it's gonna bother your stomach. If your chicken and rice bothers your stomach, it's gonna bother your stomach.
Then I have to go cheeseburger. I think a cheeseburger for life.
Cheeseburger, that's a good one. So I'm between pizza, pasta, or like Mexican food, like a.
You need meat. I feel like you need the meat.
Yeah, that's true. I do.
I know nutritionally you don't, but like, I feel that whenever you have too much carbs, like even pizza, you're like
not satisfied.
There's something missing.
Hey,
yeah, there's something missing.
I have
here.
a question. Can I go chicken parm with my spaghetti on the side?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then that's it. That's it right there.
Oh.
Chicken parmesan with spaghetti on the side. That might be cheating because like the spaghetti is a little different, but usually when you order chicken parm, it comes with pasta on the side. So I got my pasta with the sauce. I got my meat in the chicken. There's some cheese. That's the one. Chicken parm with spaghetti on the side.
But Brendan, you're on a hot peach, 98 degrees in Sea Isle, New Jersey.
You went chicken and rice. That's just as bad on a hot day.
No. I went cheeseburger.
That's even worse. What are you having? Cold cheeseburgers?
No, cheeseburger like a barbecue food. You have like on the little beachside huts. There's hot dogs. There's cheeseburgers. There's chicken tenders. The chicken tenders are fiery hot. There's nothing wrong with a cheeseburger at a beach. A chicken parm with the pasta to the side.
Chicken tenders and fries is pretty good too. That would be up there for me.
Oh, what's another thing we could do? What's another thing I can wet my whisk? Like I was thinking fancy, like go salmon with a little couscous and like some spinach on the side. But it just feels like that would just turn into bland mush after a while.
I'm sticking with mine.
How about a turkey sandwich?
That's not bad. That's not bad either, because that's a little bit like the burrito where you've got the meat, you got the bread, you've got a lot. And like, hey, if you're going crazy that day and you're like, oh, I don't want to be eating this sandwich, you can like take it apart and just like, oh, I'm just going to eat bread. And then I'm just going to have some of the meat. I'm going to make a little salad with my lettuce and tomatoes and onions that day.
What's the longest food challenge you've done?
I've never done a food challenge.
I thought you did the purple things.
Yeah, I ate only purple food for like 24 hours. I don't know if I've ever really done much, though.
So could we try to do that? Like I only eat cheeseburgers and you only eat chicken parm for a week?
We could try. See which one of us gets like sick of our food the fastest. This is basically exactly how like you said, this is what the Dave Portnoy pizza reviews started as, right? It was Chipotle, burrito, or pizza, right?
Yeah.
And he won and then kind of just spun that out into one of the biggest internet series ever.
We should do like that should be like a views goal. Like if we get to a certain number of views or something, we do that for a week.
Could you imagine? I know you already said this before, but like, could you imagine like if I had to eat chicken parm and pasta for every meal? Like I would be such a difficult person. Like, you know, we, like you said, a great example. We're on the beach and everybody's like, oh, we're going to have a cookout, burgers and fries. And I'm like, sorry, any chance you can make chicken parm and pasta? Like, I'm just like, because that's the thing. It doesn't just appear in your hand. You got to get that chicken parm and pasta or you're not eating. Hey, you could just not eat that day, but that's not fun. So you got to now either go find a restaurant. If you're at a dinner party, you're at a dinner party and someone's making you their famous grandma's lasagna and you're like, sorry, I can't eat it. Oh man, that's a good one though. That was a good lunchtime table. I like that. We might spin this into something where we do like a little food challenge down the road. Oh, next episode, a little hint for the next episode. Abby and I are going to be doing our first like food taste test where we got food and we're going to taste it at the same time. It's going to be a fun one. I'm really excited for that one.
I'm excited for that.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. Like I said, follow us, rate us 5 stars on audio only, Spotify, Apple Music. Also, obviously, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll see you in 2 weeks for the next one.